Okay, we're going to go for our second loaf of bread with this. This is my EcoFlow Delta 2. I haven't charged it since the last time I made bread. What do we got here? Let's see if it'll focus. I think it was on about 66%. And I kind of powered it down, so it dropped a percentage point, I think, from the last video. So I used about 1/3 of it, maybe just a little more than 1/3, to make bread in my Cuisinart here. This is the bread flour that I've been using. So I mark it how many loaves of bread I've made from this. This is a 5-pound bag. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, 5-pound bag. And this really only makes about 3.5 loaves of bread if you're making a 2-pound loaf of bread. So we're going to give this a shot again and see. My guess is it'll probably be down to about 33%, maybe 32%. So trying to get 3 out of this will be tough. Hopefully we can make 3 loaves of bread, but I'll have to film the third one at another time. Alright, I'm about to start this thing. Got it plugged in back there. Oh. Okay, now I think I can start this thing. Showing 60 hours, 65%. Do my program here. Should have just left it on number 1 for white color. Hopefully it turns out. Alright, what are we on? We're on like rise number 3. Still got 60%, so far only used 5% of the total battery, but that's because we are on the rise. On its 3rd rise. When it starts cooking, it will go through considerably more. Alright, still baking. 31 minutes left. 38% of the battery's left. As long as there's more than 33% left when this thing's totally done, we could cook a 3rd one. We're just going to have to see. 31 minutes left. And you can see it in there. Okay, pulled the bread out. This is off, still plugged in. Let's see how much power we got left. 33%. So theoretically I could cook 1 more loaf of bread. Alright, shutting it off. Alright, I'm going to try this again. Showing 33%. This is my 3rd loaf of bread on one charge. So we're going to see how well it works. kind of hit your button for the back here. Alright, I gotta put my ingredients in here. I feel like I'm zoomed all the way in. Don't need to be that far zoomed in. So hopefully it'll get us one done. Okay, I got all my ingredients in at this point. Not sure if you can see it in there. Close it up, spin it around. Oh, down to 32%. Hopefully it'll be done. Let's try. Alright, I only got 32% left. That's kind of pushing it, but I think it'll be done in time. It'll probably just have to cool without it being on. But I think we'll be alright. I'll check it in a couple hours. There we go. Jump to 28 there. Let's see. 35. 36. Well, we'll see how it goes. Alright, 28%. On the rise. Which rise is it? Rise number 2. About 11:20. Alright, I have a little too much background noise going on in my house for this shot, so I'm just kind of voicing over it. Have 56 minutes left. Obviously you can see the bread up there in it. It's baking. But when I turn this EcoFlow Delta 2 on, I notice I've only got 13% of the battery left. And I still have, just a little bit less than an hour. Not a lot of hope with this one at this point, but we'll carry on. Okay, again, too much background noise in the house, got to voice over it. 13 minutes left on this Cuisinart Breadmaker. I turned the EcoFlow Delta 2 on, and I got 1%. As you can see, I've got, it's drawing 487 watts. That's a lot. So it's actually in its bake mode. So there's not a lot of hope. At this point, I'm realizing that it's not going to finish baking. So I got 2 good loaves of bread, and it almost baked a third one, and I'm aware that it's about to die. Alright, it just shut off. So I'm going to plug this into the wall. So we're going to have to pause it. Okay, my battery actually shut down. Still had 12 minutes left to bake. So didn't quite get 3 full loaves. If I had done 3 smaller loaves, probably would have done it. Alright, recording this charging, just plugged it in. You can kind of see where it's got. Oh, what is that? Its input is about 500 watts input. It says it's going to take about 2 hours. It says it's going to take about 2 hours. We'll see how it does. Alright, so it is done. Very hot though. So that's how big it is. And that's considered a 2-pound loaf. I'm going to try to dump it out, take a picture of it. Alright, it's hard to see how big it is compared to another bread, but you can see how big it is compared to this. It's, what's that about? It's about half the size of a regular loaf of bread. Similar size compared to the bottom. That's where the paddle was. So that's what you can make with a Cuisinart. That's the end result. Alright, I kind of lost track of the time trying to recharge this through the wall. It took around 2 hours. Then I'm just going to turn it off and save it for the next time. Alright, if you could, like, comment, subscribe. Good luck, have fun, stay safe everyone.